Good evening, everyone. So I'm just going to wait for YouTube to catch up, see if I'm live, if you can hear me, if you can see me. Hopefully. It's such a delay on my end, I can't even tell. Okay, it looks like I can see me. 5x5s. Awesome. Thank you, guys. I'll go back and say hello to everybody. Hey, Nancy. How you doing? Oh, nice. Awesome. Hey, KP. Great to see you, Sherry. Nothing major. It was oral surgery, and it really wasn't major at that. It was the third. I'm having an implant done, and it was the uncovering. I thought it was literally a little less though, and it was a little more involved than I thought it was going to be. So I was a little bit swollen. I was talking a little funny, and I just you know how like it's more from keeping your mouth open like that wide for that long, and they like force it open, and my jaw hurt more than anything. So it just kind of hurt to talk. So, but yeah, it was very minor. But thank you. Uh, oh, thank you, Nancy. Hey, Preppin' Artists, how are you? Hope you and Rambo are doing awesome. Billy, how you doing? My wisdom out there to go made me talk like Daffy Duck. I'm assuming just while it was happening. Hey, Mary. Good and Grace, how you doing? Okay, I may just have to unfriend you for that comment, prepping artist, because that's not very nice. See, Billy agrees. Hey, Dusty, how are you? What that felt 50-year felt like heat wave. I was working by Green. Oh, nice. You know, it felt so warm this morning, and it was 32 degrees. So there was black ice all over the roads, and I had no idea. But it was actually a really good thing that I kind of slipped a little bit on my walkway because I didn't see the ice, and I was like, "Oh wow, why is there ice there?" And then I noticed it was all along the sides and such. So I was like, "Oh, I hope it's not really on the roads." But there was no warnings about it, no anything. And honestly, I thought the temperature gauge was lying because it felt more like 45 degrees. But then as I was going down the road and I went around a curb. One like that I slowed down slightly for, but not really. Just like a little bit. I actually slowed down a little bit more just because I had that in my head. And thank God I did because as soon as I hit that curb, I started sliding off the road. Thank God it fixed itself really quickly, but it scared me a little bit. Yep, that's about right. We have 4 seasons in one day. And snow and oh, yuck. Sorry, I'm just going through the chat. So maybe if we spray some Xanax in the sky. Hey, that might help. Hey, Celtic Grandma. Hudson, how you doing? Johnny Preps. Nice to see you. Teresa, how are you? I saw somebody else sneak in here. Hey, William, how are you? Daryl, great to see you. Hey, Simply Tony, my friend, how are you? Yes, I do have TMJ, and it's horrible. Keep lidocaine to keep my mouth. They put I don't know. It's not a medicine that they give me. It's just because I deal with it. I'm not crazy about even when I get the Novocaine, I ask them for the baby stuff because I don't like my heart racing. Like the least they can do, I just deal with it. So my mouth is sore for probably about 4 days afterwards. Hey Scott, great to see you. Little Lone Prepper. If I miss anybody, I totally apologize. It is not on purpose. I'm just kind of scanning through to see if I missed anybody. I'm not reading the chat at all. So I have a couple stories. I have to admit, so I forgot it was Monday. I don't know how I did that, but I wasn't thinking that it was Monday. And I totally just kind of forgot about tonight until about 6 o'clock. And I was like, oh man, it's Monday night. And I skipped last week because of the surgery. And I was like, I don't want to do it again. So I have absolutely nothing, not that I've ever really prepared, but I really have nothing prepared tonight. But I know last week there was a couple of things I wanted to touch on, and I'm trying to remember what they were. So I was watching Prepping with Sarge. He was a guest on my channel, and I actually put his video up on my community page. He's got another channel, and he's a licensed therapist, and he has another channel where he just deals with this. And he was talking about people with, and I'm going to screw this all up because I can't put into words how his video made me feel. I literally like can't find the words for it, but it was very eye opening and it was a fantastic video. But he was talking about people who, two of the exact same thing can happen to two different people, and one will get either PSTD from it, or it'll set off like their panic attacks or whatever, and somebody else will be completely fine with it, like it never affected them. And there was a whole big reason for it. And again, I can't put it into words, but I don't know if anybody else ever like feels something without being able to. I don't know. If you all get a chance, as I said, I posted it on my community page. It was just such a fantastic video. I can't even, because it made me actually want to go and go back to like therapy and such and see if I can figure out what was going on back then. Because I used to have, as a child, I had these really, really wacky recurring dreams, like bad recurring dreams, and I remember every detail of these dreams vividly. And I want to see if I can go. He said there was all sorts of ways to unlock different memories and try to figure out, what these dreams mean. And now I actually want to do it. So it was extremely, extremely eye opening. So if you all get a chance, definitely go and see it. Prayers for Rambo. Why? What's going on with Rambo? I'm going back up the chat. Sorry. I skipped the entire chat, so I'm backtracking. Let's see if I can find your comment. I can't find it. Okay, it would definitely be after that. Sorry. I'm trying to figure out, I want to. Prepping artist, what's going on with Rambo? I can't find your comment that you must have left because I am up and down and I'm not seeing it. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. What's I know they said they're rebuilding your truck, right? I hope any do they know like when they're going to do that? Oh, that's horrible. You know what? I think I'd like to go back to those days. Not being forced to though, just because. Ah, that sucks, Johnny. I'm sorry. I it sucks being without a vehicle. Christmas mode. Oh, it's all the lights are on. That sucks. I'm sorry. Wife's is not drivable. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Fixable? Oh no. Did she get into an accident? I was having a second shoulder replacement March 4th. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely sending Rambo prayers. How's his other shoulder doing? Yeah, Kelly's lives were always fun. I had a recurring dream for 12 years. It stopped. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't had this dream in years. It was only when I was a kid. It was, but I remember it in, very, very vivid detail. I remember the colors. I remember how I was feeling. I remember everything. Oh, now that I found your comment, now I got this one too. Thank you. Start the other day. Hey, Katrinka, great to see you. Okay, I think if I miss something, just put it back into the chat. So I made some progress this week. I had to because of the mouth surgery. They always make you take antibiotics with this, and for each one that each step that you do. And it's really annoying. I hate taking antibiotics. They mess up my stomach, and I just don't like taking medication. And ever since there was one antibiotic I took all my life. I never had a problem with it. I never even thought about it. And one day I started reacting to it, and it was a couple hours after I had taken it, and it freaked me out because they said, I'm allergic to it, but I'm not like dangerous allergic to it. They said if I have to take it, I can, and then they could give me, Benadryl or whatever to um, mask the symptoms. Hey, Devil Dog, great to see you. Uh, so now every time I take something, even though I've taken it, many times before, I have this, it's always stuck in the back of my head. But this time, and it usually sends me into, hey Scott, I don't know if I saw you yet. It usually sends me stopping the medication and, taking a few until either I feel better or I feel like whatever it is gone. And then I stop taking it. And because I give myself symptoms. And I know this. I know that it's all in my mind. This time I actually, and I, gave myself the symptoms each time and I talked myself out of it. And I managed to take a good amount of way more than of the medication than I normally do. I actually made it to day 7 or to day 8, whatever today is. without, hey, Casey Little, great to see you. Without, except for like, because there was always 3 doses and it really messes up my stomach. So I cut it down to 2 doses just, and because of that reason. And I had to take one at work today, which I never ever take pills at work, but I had to take it before I went to the dentist. I have to take it an hour before because for a year after my neck surgery, any kind of dental work they do, I have to pre-antibiotic for uh, for whatever reason. I don't remember what they said. Something about there being metal in the neck, and so and for a year I have to take it. So I don't have too many more to go. So hopefully, and I don't usually have to take it afterwards. So this is other than a cleaning or something, which is probably going to be the end of it. Then I shouldn't have to prebiotic anymore. Oh, let me tell you something. It is the best thing that I ever did. I am so happy that this is done and over with. I feel my headaches are gone. I don't have pains in my biceps anymore. I don't have, I don't worry about my neck locking up anymore if I sleep in the wrong position. It's amazing. I was in such pain. I can't even believe those headaches that I actually used to live with. And now I'm like, oh my God, I actually don't have a headache. And when I do get a headache, it's like low grade and I barely know it's there. So yeah, all that that worrying and anxiety and back and forth, which doctor should I use, which, I made a good choice and I'm very, very happy with it. Yeah. And I just went very recently. They did the 3 month, 4 month, whatever it was. They did the X-rays. I guess they making sure it's still wherever in place. They said everything looks wonderful. I was healing awesome. I go one more time for one more X-ray. I want to say in like another 3 months, and that's it. And and I'm done. Hey, Virginia Bushcrafter, great to see you. No, I just I guess, hey, earaches from the cold weather. There's actually there's when I was in physical therapy and I had TM and I had told him, they gave me exercises to do for it. I don't remember exactly what they were, but there are actually exercises you can do for TMJ. You could probably Google them. It was like you, you say a word because it puts your lips at like the right distance apart or something, but then you close them and you blow through your halfway closed mouth. I don't remember exactly what it was, but there was a couple of different exercises and it actually helped for a little while. But I bet if you Google it, you'll find it. But thanks, guys. Yeah, it was the surgery was show by pulling down and forward. Yeah, there was something with that too. Yes, there was some sort of you're right. Now that there was, as I said, there was a couple of them. I don't really remember them. It wasn't something I kept up on. I did it like once or twice at the place. I tried it at home for a little while, and it probably, would have worked a lot better if I kept doing it. But I'm not good at that, and I should be a lot better at it. But now that I had gotten through, because as I said, my New Year's resolution was to try to break out of my comfort zone. Is anybody else doing that? Anybody else have tried to, break out of their comfort zone for things that give them anxiety? And, even just attempting it, don't have to, you don't have to have succeeded at it, but at least if you have attempted it. So one of the things one of my issues is not trying, um, not trying new things, foods and such. This is a huge thing for me. So now that I'm done with the antibiotics this week, I actually would like to make a few things. So I actually have a friend who I went to high school with, and we chat on Facebook once in a while. And because she is very into the homemade tinctures, all the homeopath stuff, makes most of her own food, does all that stuff. I do a lot of it, but I'm not as into it as she is because she has a lot more time. I just don't have time. I have to do everything slowly because I just don't. I run out of time during the day. So I get, I've gotten recipes from her a few times. She sent me an elderberry recipe a couple of years ago, and I was going to do it. I got the elderberries from Amazon. Now, again, I don't know what they're supposed to look like, so I don't know if I got good ones, bad ones. I try to go by, what the reviews say, but I don't know what they are. So I made this whole batch of this elderberry syrup, and it looked wonderful. And everything else in there was fine except for the elderberries. Hey, Wolfgang, great to see you. So I made this thing. I put it in the fridge, and I'm like, all right, we're all going to try it. Nobody tried it. I was afraid to try it, and it ended up getting tossed. That was a couple of years ago. So what I need to do, what I would like to do, is try those things again because she's got a couple of easy tinctures that I'm going to try to make, and I'm going to see if I just totally went squirrel because I lost my train of thought. Not sure if I've ever had a comfort zone. Life always changes so much and abruptly. No choice. You know, that's kind of actually good. I think if I am reading that correctly, that's that means it doesn't hold you back. Oh wow, yeah, he's got a lot of surgeries coming up. Hey, Metal Spawn, great to see you. Haven't seen you in forever. So, so definitely, this is my next trying to break out of my comfort zone. I'm actually going to try this stuff. I get this stuff, and and then I don't know how to use it. I have what do you call it? I'm blanking. Oregano oil. I have that, and I need to learn how to use that. So I know there's a couple of videos out. So I'm going to go back and check them out. And I need to learn how to use that. And I'm going to make a THC tincture, I believe, um, this week, hopefully this weekend. She just sent me a recipe for that one too. So that should be fun. She has a salve. I don't know if I'm saying the right word, and a tincture. One's for sleeping and one's for pain. And I'm like, it looks fabulous. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to try first. Probably the one for sleeping because she's like, I used to wake up all the time. She goes, I take a shot of this before I go to sleep. She goes, it works wonders. So I think I'm going to try that. Hmm. Yeah, so I am definitely, that would be nice. If I could like sleep through the night, it would be awesome. So how are you guys all doing? I think I've run out of stories. You know what? And I think it's part of, why my anxiety sticks around because I don't sleep. It's, sleeping is a big, big part of mental health. So maybe one day. making sure. Oh, nice. Yeah, that looked delicious when you made that. It's funny because I haven't smoked it in, I don't know, since I was 19, 20, something like that. So, like 3 years ago. And first person to laugh, I'm unfriending you. It causes me, as I said, it causes me major, major anxiety. But that is from smoking it. I don't think I'm going to have a problem making it into a tincture or a salve. Well, definitely not a salve. I'll put, if it goes on my skin, I don't care about that. But yeah, no, we can't. We can't reset. We don't. Okay, keyword. I go through steps in my mind, and then I'm exhausted. I understand that completely. What if you, and you know what? I do things, if things overwhelm me and exhaust me, I do them in stages. I will break it apart and I'll be like, all right, I'll do, this part first. I'll do this part next. Anything that can sit, like, so if you can, like say if you're gonna like prime it first, or if you go, even just if you put up painter's tape, or do the corners. If it exhausts you, just do a little bit at a time. That's what I do anyway. Yeah, no, I can't. I wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't do an edible. That would cause me some serious anxiety, I think. Especially since I don't know what else is in that brownie besides that, as far as ingredients go. And I can't do that 3 years ago. I could be 23. There you go. The painted camouflage of water. Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah, you know what? I've never had one. I I gotta say that video that I saw from Prepping with Sarge, it just I don't even know how to explain it. I literally cannot put into words how I'm feeling. Hey, fish sticks, how you doing? It just was so it opened up. I don't know. It opened up something. I want to say my eyes. It does. It does sound like a huge job. No, no, it would seriously cause me anxiety. I can't. There's no way. So tincture is okay. The oil, I don't mind the oil. It's like it doesn't scare me, but it just I had the last time I smoked it, I had a real it it was just a really really bad experience, and it was not, and it just it's almost like a post traumatic stress thing with that. I mean, I don't want to call it that, but it's almost what it's like. And as soon as anytime I've ever tried to smoke it after that, that came back, and it was just horrible. So, hey, Pilgrim, I hope you feel better soon. Chicken soup, grape juice, in bed, and lots of fluids. Is much. That is really true. You know what? Sometimes if you just start digging in, you're like, oh wow, what did I ever? How did I feel like this was such a big job when it really wasn't, or it was such a big issue when it really wasn't? Sometimes you just got to tackle it and be done with it. Get house painted to get the color I want. I've never painted a vehicle. There you go. Hey, Lefty Lisa. Nice to see you. I tried a baby hit for chronic pains. I was like the one opened after weed. Baby hit, like smoking? I'm confused. I know I'm missing something, and I'm sure it's me. Let's take a look at what. Really? I did not know that. No, I was saying I haven't smoked it since I was in my 20s, early 20s. Oh, well, it's great to see you. Just take it in small doses, whatever you can take, little lone pepper. Really? I never heard of that. I don't like coconut, so I usually only put it in my like in my moisturizers and such like that. But I'm not crazy about the coconut itself. The only time I actually eat it is when I make magic cookie bars at Christmas time, and they actually have a layer of coconut on it. It's the only time I eat it. Hmm. I didn't know that. I don't know that there was much of. I mean, we're talking back in the '80s here, so it wasn't like there was that many to choose from. It was kind of whatever you got off your. Hey, Rabbit, nice to see you. I know a lot of people eat them. Well, I've given you a couple of my overthinking stories, which are, yeah, kind of crazy. So, smoking trees. That's what we are all talking about. Smoking trees. Yes, Stevie always might say. Oh, wait, yes. Sativa? I'm guessing that's a strain. I don't know. I don't know what that is. So, really good. I know. I know. They actually say to put it in your to use it in your mouth on your teeth, and I haven't gotten there yet. I don't like coconut, but I know it is. It's actually legal here too, believe it or not. We call them special tomato plants. My son tried to grow one. It didn't do well. Are you not allowed to have it there? Well, I mean I am and I'm not surprised with New York, but gee. Yeah, I don't know what any of this is. I never looked into it. My son probably does. Medical. Oh, okay. You know, I I kind of find it ironic that you need a you need to have something for a natural plant. I'm a pretty firm believer that if there is a uh, natural cause, there's a natural cure. And it's funny because I argue with a couple of my friends because I mean, when we were in school, when we were growing up, you know, they drilled it into your head that pot's a drug, pot is a drug, weed's a drug, it's a gateway drug, it's this, it's that, and they drilled it into your head. Well, I mean, yeah, I think probably shouldn't get into a car and drive after you've smoked and got high. But other than that, I don't see anything. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's not addictive. It's you're not going to start bar fights when you're high. It's and it's natural. It literally will do nothing to you, but they will push that oxy stuff. And I have fights with these people that they tell me that pot shouldn't be legal because it's drug, and I'm like, but you'll take oxycontin. I'm like, that's a drug. They just legalized it because they can control that, and they can't control you growing your own plants. So anyway, that's my story for tonight. Actually, I mean, and the same thing. It's the they won't let you make your own alcohol because they can't tax you. Hey, oops. I only know what the first one is. All right, I'm probably going to cut this short tonight. If you all know that Devil Dog is going on at 8 o'clock. Anybody who follows him or wants to go check him out, because he always usually has fun lives. If, Kelly, if you wouldn't mind just dropping his link, just to so if anybody wants to go head over there, if they don't know him, which probably everybody in the chat already does, but gummies. I don't know what that means. I'm lost. I'm completely lost. See, I don't use it, so I don't look at it. Free chemical mix. I knew what THC was. That was the only thing I know. Two different things without making you high. CBD, that's it. I'm making CBD oil. I don't remember. Now, you know what? Now I don't remember. Okay, I'm totally lost now because now I forget which one she said she made and gave me the recipe for. Exactly. It's the chemicals in them. CBD oil. Okay. Yeah, I was saying THC. I don't know why. That's okay. No problem. All right. So I'm going to cut this down and I will talk to you all later. I'll probably see you all in Devil Dog. You guys have a wonderful night. Take care.